What is going on, my fellow movie lovers, and welcome back to the Luke Ponto channel. And guys, back for another top 10 list, and this time I did the top 10 worst films of 2022. This time I'm going to be doing the top 10 best animated films of 2022. And in case you guys are wondering where that best of the year video is going to be, I'm actually going to be doing that as a live stream with my boy Fritzky sometime later this month. So I'm going to tackle some different genres that I want to talk about in regards to my top 10 lists. So you're going to get animated and also horror. So, but first, if you guys are new to the channel today, welcome. Hit that subscribe button down below, that notification bell right next to it. Hit that thumbs up and also share this video. You guys know the drill. But before we get started, you guys, I do have two honorable mentions before we get started here, before we actually delve into the top 10. And those honorable mentions are The Sea Beast and Wendell and Wild. Yeah, both of those films I do like, but I don't think they didn't crack the top 10. So, but here we go, guys. Time to talk about some good animation. Number 10. Not only did 2022 have big surprises, they had some good surprises in regards to the animated department. And that goes the case with DC League of Super Pets. This movie was incredibly surprising. I did not think this one was going to be all that good. I walked into it with low expectations, and I walked out having a really good time. It was funny, it was heartwarming, and I love the voice casting. Dwayne Johnson, Kevin Hart, and John Krasinski, Keanu Reeves are all great in this movie. They're all hilarious, and the animation, I mean, it's going to be a common theme in regards to this video, but the animation in this film is great. So if you guys did not see this movie, it's on HBO Max. I highly recommend checking it out, give it a fair shot. I think you might like it. Probably the most hated movie on this list is Lightyear. Yeah, this movie got so much hate back when it was released, and I was not one of those people. I walked into it knowing that it was not going to be the strongest Pixar film, even though it was the first Pixar film released in theaters since March of 2020. It was nice to get an adventure like this again in the movie theater in regards to seeing a Pixar movie. And I thought Chris Evans was great as the title character. Keke Palmer, Taika Waititi were all great in this movie. The animation, I mean, whenever you have Pixar's name attached to that, you know the animation's going to be great regardless. So, and there's some type of controversy that was surrounding this movie because of one scene, which I'm not going to get into. But if you guys did not like this film the first time, give it a second chance. I think there's going to be something that you might like about this film more than you did the first time. Now, if you guys know me personally, I am not the biggest anime guy, but I try to give anime my fair shot to see how I would like it. And that goes the case with Belle. Belle, I really, really liked. I think it was directed by Mamoru Osuda. Don't correct me down in the comments. But the film was beautiful to look at. That was the biggest... That's the one word I can use to describe this movie is beautiful. It's basically Beauty and the Beast in anime form. But it's done really well. It's beautifully animated. It's so well acted. The visuals with this animation are just stunning, to say the least. So if you guys did not see this movie and you guys love anime, check it out. Trust me. Now, I gotta be honest with you guys. I'm not the biggest Kid Cudi fan. I mean, I like him as an actor because he was in Bill and Ted Face the Music. He was in X and a couple of other movies. But as a musical artist, I'm not the biggest fan of him because I'm not really much of a rap guy. But this movie, my buddy Movies and Train Studios, shout out to you, my friend, recommended me this movie. And yeah, I was actually incredibly surprised at how much I enjoyed Intergalactic. It's beautifully animated, and it has some really, really great moments in this film. Really good performances. Some negatives I will say about this film, it does get a little too ambiguous for its own good. But you know what? Ambiguity enough, this film did nothing but surprise me. I really, really enjoyed it. Now, this was a film I did not expect to actually crack into this top 10 list, because when I first saw this film in theaters, and you guys saw my initial review of this movie, you guys know that I just liked it. I didn't love it. But because I got on a huge kick of this show, I went back and rewatched this film, and I love the Bob's Burgers movie. This movie is incredibly funny. It's got some great 2D animation. I like the music, because for some odd reason, like music like this in a film, in this type of movie, should not work for me. But for some odd reason, they got it to be catchy for me, and it works. And it's got some great it's got some great jokes. It's really funny, and has some good emotional parts, I'll tell you that much. But if you guys are big fans of Bob's Burgers, I can't see this film letting you down. Oh man, dude, my boy Zach Goller is gonna be mad that this film is not the number one spot. But hey, at least it's in the top 5, because Guillermo del Toro's Pinocchio, as I described with Belle, is stunning. Like this animation with this movie, like everything just looks like it was wood carved. It's stop motion, and it's beautifully done with Guillermo del Toro's direction. The voice acting is great, and plus, I think Ewan McGregor was honestly a better casting choice as Jiminy Cricket than Joseph Gordon-Levitt was, in regards to both Pinocchios that came out in 2022. This is the superior version and the one that you should be watching. So if you guys missed this one, it's on Netflix. Please watch it. You're going to love it. But also, I have to say, if you thought the original Pinocchio went dark, you ain't seen nothing yet. Probably one of the funniest movies I've seen all year long, Beavis and Butthead Do the Universe. This movie, like, I really like Beavis and Butthead. And I really like Beavis and Butthead Do America. Like, that film was hilarious. And when I heard that they were doing another movie, I was like, oh god, I have to see how this pans out. And this movie did nothing but surprise me, like, on how hilarious it was. I mean, because over time, I kind of forgot about Beavis and Butthead. But you know what? I love this movie. This movie was hilarious. It was a lot of fun. And then going back into different dimensions and seeing like different versions of themselves in certain moments in this film was hilarious. That's the biggest thing I can really use to describe Beavis and Butthead Do the Universe is hilarious, because that's what these two dorks are. Hilarious. Probably the most ambitious animated film I've seen all year long is Turning Red, which at first I was kind of iffy on this movie, but as time got closer and I heard more positive reviews, I was like, okay, I'll check it out. And man, this film was really good. This film was hilarious. It was very heartfelt. It was heartwarming. Beautiful animation. And it has a really, really good soundtrack. And I honestly, like, this is like a movie for millennials. Like, it's got great nostalgia for millennials. It has great messages. And it's just a lot of fun. It's one of those films that, this is like one of my comfort films from this year, because it was just so much fun. And like every time I've gone back to watch it, I've liked it a little bit more. And it's just comforting for me. So yeah, if you guys have not seen this movie, of course it's on Disney Plus. Please give it your time. Check it out if you have not seen it. Now, these last two, I honestly did kind of struggle with, but honestly, I had to go with my heart on both of these movies. So my number 2 is, this was the animated film this year that actually held the number 1 spot for a long, long time, up until a film we're going to be talking about here in just a second. But The Bad Guys was just everything I could have wanted it to be. A fun caper ride with 5 animal criminals and just having some great messages and having heartfelt moments. And a great voice cast to boot. You have Sam Rockwell as the voice of the wolf. You have Anthony Ramos as Piranha, Mark Maron as the snake, Awkwafina as the tarantula, who I thought was hilarious in that film, and Craig Robinson as the shark. Like, what more do you want? And it has gorgeous animation, and you can tell that this film took some inspiration behind Into the Spider-Verse in regards to the animation style and what it was going for. But DreamWorks just knows what they're doing. And they have been on a roll in 2022. And this is one of those films that it's like whenever DreamWorks pops up in the name, it's like you have to go check it out, because I'm gonna be honest, like DreamWorks was honestly on a better roll than Disney was in 2022. So if you guys have not seen The Bad Guys, it's on Netflix. Please treat yourself and give it a shot. So now we come down to the number one pick. This was a last second spot, because this movie I did not see until New Year's Eve of 2022. And I just saw it again a couple of days ago at the time of recording. And yeah, this film took the number one spot right on New Year's Eve. And that film would be... Talk about big surprises. Like, I was expecting to enjoy this movie. But Puss in Boots: The Last Wish, I walked out of this film absolutely loving it. Like, I did not expect to love this film as much as I did. Because now I've seen this film twice in the movie theater, and both times I saw this movie, I loved it. Like, this film was funny, it was emotional, it has great messages. But this was something I didn't even touch on about this film yet, is the tones. Like, this film has some stuff in it that is not for kids. It is dark, like in regards to tone. Like facing mortality and the fear of death. That is something I never thought I would see in a Shrek movie like this. And oh my god. Like, when it gets to those types of moments in Puss in Boots: The Last Wish, it hits me. Because Puss in Boots said it, like, death will come for, or the doctor said it, death will come for all of us at one point. But this is one of those films that just felt so special to me. Like, just like The Bad Guys. But this film was just incredibly fun. And I would love to see this film in theaters a third time. So if you guys did not see this movie, go support this film in theaters, because it deserves your money and your time. And I can guarantee you guys will really enjoy it. Well, guys, that is the list of my top 10 favorite animated films of 2022. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Let me know some of your favorite animated films down in the comments section below. Is Puss in Boots your favorite? Is Turning Red your favorite? Or is The Bad Guys your favorite? Or is Pinocchio your favorite? Let me know all that down in the comments. Hit that subscribe button down below, that notification bell right next to it. Hit that thumbs up and also share this video. And look forward to my top 10 horror films video coming out here probably later today. And I have some movie reviews I want to crank out also, because I'm starting to get back into pre-recording videos. So yeah, I want to pump out reviews for Puss in Boots: The Last Wish. I want to pump out a review for Avatar: The Way of Water. There's quite a bit of reviews I need to pump out. And also, special announcement, there's a new film coming out in March that I'm really, really excited for. So I figured, why not review the other films, like, why not review the predecessors before this new film? That's right, guys. I'm going to be reviewing all 3 John Wick movies in the build-up to John Wick Chapter 4 in March. So look forward to that, you guys. I'm probably going to crank out those reviews in March before 4 comes out. And I'm very excited to pump those out to you guys. So once again, y'all, thank you so much for watching. If you guys want to see more content from me, make sure you subscribe. And I will see you guys next time.